Once you've set up an account for a new customer, you also need to create a pool record that will describe all the services that you're going to provide for their pool or spa. To do that, click on the Pools option, and that will display all the pool options beneath it. Now, if you've set up the account as a property manager account, go ahead and click on the property management pools. If not, go ahead and click Manage Pools. For this example, I'm going to show you both, but let's start with the Manage Pools option. So you click on Manage Pools, and here you're seeing a list of all the pools that I've already set up. You'll notice that there are some entries in orange. These are property management pools, and you cannot edit them from here. To do that, you'd need to use the property management pools option that we mentioned earlier. Okay, to add a pool, simply click the green Add button, and it brings up the Add a Pool screen. Now, I'm not going to cover every field on this screen because some are self-explanatory, but I'm going to touch on the more important ones. To begin with, go ahead and click on the list icon for the customer. So just click on that, and it shows you a list of the customers. Go ahead and click on the account that you just created for the new customer, and it adds the name inside of the pool name. Now, the pool name is there to help you to distinguish one pool from another. So go ahead and put in something descriptive. Some people like to put in the name, and some people prefer to put in the address of the pool. Now, if you use the name, the customer's name, then you want to make sure that if they have more than one pool, you do something like put in pool 1 or pool 2 and so on, so you can identify one pool differently from another. Okay, the next field over is the route. You're going to click the drop down list and select the route that you want to assign this pool to. Below that is the address of the pool. Now, you notice that the program went ahead and assigned the address that it found inside of the customer's account. However, that may not necessarily be the pool address. If the pool address is different from the customer's mailing address, then go ahead and change the address and put in the proper pool address. Next, put in the phone and then the gate access information. Inside the gate access information field, you might also want to make a note if the customer has, for example, a bad dog. You might want to put a note in here to the pool tech so that they can see that right away before they actually access the property. Okay, below that are the days of the week that you service this pool. So go ahead and just click the checkbox for the day of the week that you actually are going to service the pool. If the pool is going to be serviced for more than one day, just go ahead and click the appropriate days. Okay, below that are the frequencies at which you're going to service this pool. Now, you notice the system automatically put in the first day of the year to the last day of the year. If the pool is going to be open all year long, then you don't need to change either of these dates. All you have to do is select a frequency. You can service the pool every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and so on. Just choose the appropriate frequency. However, some people work in an area where the pool is only open for part of the year. For example, the pool might be closed from August, let's say August 31st, and then from September 1st, let's just say September 1st through the end of the year, the pool might be closed. If the pool is closed, then all I have to do is click the drop down tab and select no service. So now Hydroscribe knows that the pool is not open during this period, and therefore do not display this on the pool text menu. Okay, so that's how you use the frequency. Now below that you'll see next service. So in this field you're going to put the date on which the pool tech is going to visit the pool. When is the pool tech going to do his next visit to the pool? So let's just say, if you look at the top and make sure that the date that you put in matches the day of the week that the pool tech is going to be there. So let's say that the pool tech is going to be there on the 21st. Let's say 21, 16. So now I've put in the date on which the pool tech will be at this pool for his next visit. Now, if you had put in more than one service range, then you need to put in the date for each service range the next time. So, for example, if all you did was change the frequency, like if you went every week from this date to that date, and every 2 weeks from this date to that date, then you would need to put the date that the 2-week service started. Okay, below that are some optional fields, and then just to the right you'll see commission service type. Hydroscribe can track commissions for you, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. We do have a video that explains how to set up commissions in detail, so please watch that video. Let's talk about the optional fields. So go ahead and click on that tab and we select yes, and let's visit some of these optional fields. The first field we'll come to is the sales tax group. If you work in a state like Texas that requires you to collect sales tax based upon where you do the work, then you need to set up sales tax groups. A sales tax group would be made up of, for example, a state tax, a county tax, a city tax, and maybe any special jurisdictional tax. And then you put those in a group, and then from here you would select the group that you will assign to this pool. Okay, so that's how you set up sales tax group. Most states simply have one flat sales tax that you use for all your sales, and that you would set up inside of preferences. You would not set up that tax here. Okay, the next field over is the chemical charge group. Hydroscribe allows you to set up groups, and then when you add chemicals inside of your inventory, you then specify whether or not you will charge a particular group for that chemical. So that way you can charge some customers for certain chemicals and not others. We have a video that explains that in great detail, and please take the time to watch that video, because we're not going to go into that, all the strategies of setting that up right here. We just don't have the time. Okay, below that are service types. Now, if each time you visit the pool you provide a different type of service, then you can go ahead and set that up here. For example, if you remember up at the top we said this pool is serviced on a Wednesday. So if each week I visited the pool I alternated the services, then inside the Wednesday setup I could select the type of service the pool tech is going to provide for each week. So here's week 1, Monday through Saturday, and here's week 2, Monday through Saturday. So in the second week I could choose some other things. Let's just choose a different one. So for example, full chem treatment on this week, and one-time chem treatment and a scrubbing, just to give you an example. Now the other thing you need to do is to specify which week we're starting with. So let's just use the first one above. So we'll start off with the first week, and then it will alternate as you go along. If you only provide one type of service every time you visit the pool, then you can put that inside of the default field that was next to the optional info. You can put the type right in this field, just select it from here, and it will always use this service type for that pool for every visit. Okay, the last things to cover are the characteristics of the pool. So at the bottom you can specify whether this is a commercial or residential pool. You just select from the list. Whether it's a pool, spa, or water feature, whether it's in ground or above ground, the type of shell. You can type in the volume of the pool, and you can select the type of filter. Once you finished all of that, you simply click the submit button and it will add that pool for you. Now, rather than doing that here, I want to go and look at the property management pool. So I'm going to go back to the menu, and this time I'm going to click the property management pools option because I want to show you what it looks like. Okay, when you do, it will bring up the list of property manager accounts, and that will give you an opportunity to select the proper property manager that you want to define pools for. So we only have one set up, so I'll go ahead and click that, and you'll see here are the 4 property manager pools that you saw earlier in orange. Now I'm going to click the green add button to add one, or just to bring up the add a pool screen, and you'll notice that it looks identical to the other pool. The big difference is there is a service charge field on the property management pools add screen. Now, you do not put the service charge for property managers inside of the property manager's account like you do other accounts. You put the service charge for their pools inside of the property management pool record. You can also, if you prefer, set up a charge code. Some people prefer to use the bronze, silver, gold package type charges. This allows you to change your pricing simply by changing the packet price, and all the customers who are using that package will automatically get a price change. Okay, so those are the only 2 differences between the 2. So when you're finished filling that out, again, just click the submit button and it will add the pool. And that's how you add either a pool for a property manager or a non-property manager.